Of course, we're like 20 minutes away from being done, and we disconnect again, because why not? Why not make life harder? Alright, well, it's fine, we're back. I did copy that, or took a screenshot of the error, and maybe I can find it. Gotta keep you on your toes. I'd rather not be at this point. Keep dancing. I just don't know what's causing it. I don't. Maybe I generate a new stream key through Twitch? I don't actually know. Yeah, I didn't have this problem. I mean, you know, random stuff would happen before I went on, you know, went away for surgery. But when I came back, having all these issues is really weird. I just don't know.
Commander of the Cranial Loopy, reporting as ordered.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that through Twitch. Or maybe there's somebody else that has a solution, or before I go that route, but...
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Oh.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
Today's t-shirt is Echo the Dolphin.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
Yeah.
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own.
The game was a trip back in the day.
To accept your judgment.
So many people apparently didn't even get through the first level because they didn't know how to jump out of the ocean. Apparently that game had like a really low completion rate because people just didn't know what they were supposed to do.
However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I will say...
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
I will say this for Xenos. He doesn't seem... He's a creep, but he's not like a sexualized creep, you know? I feel like he's kind of treating her the same way he would treat all the other people under him. Like shit, but like equally like shit.
And I shall give you a chance.
That makes sense?
A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
He's certainly consistent, yeah.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Andy, are we going to learn about this Venom-like procedure or Bane-like procedure in the story, or is it going to be 4.x content? How old are you? It's the first time we've seen you. Mad Dr. Frankenstein over here. I think this is mostly 4.0. Okay, cool. Alright. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We will deal with that when the time comes. Wow, we didn't get any experience from doing that. Oh, we did it unsynced. I was like, wow, we didn't get any experience for that, but that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't care about earrings at all, because I have my better earring until 80. Losing that earring is going to be sad, but it is what it is. the sacrifices we make. The Silence of the Gods. Last quest of the day. Last quest in this quest line. More earrings. Okay. Thanks to you, Vajra and her people need no longer live in fear. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word of them to Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Veera Nyla. Nilya? Maya Nilya? Can we talk about how just good the sound is in this game, honestly? I know we talk about the visuals a lot, but I'm over here riding a giant dragon, and like just the sounds that they make on the dirt, just the sound of his, you know, legs hitting the dirt, pretty solid, you know? Plus when you, I don't know, just all of it. Solid. All right, Sarisha. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. Is that a figurative thrall or... Man, never mind. It doesn't matter. For this, we thank you. Dion did the deed. We were but witnesses to his heroism. And by Dion, they mean Roki. Roki Todoroki did the deed, and Dion just ran around in circles and poked at something with their stick a few times. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate and to beseech the gods of their salvation, for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril, this we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. See, oh, I was totally using Vril at your verbal cue, so Dion was part of this. No, that's good. I'm glad I contributed something, because otherwise, yeah, apparently a couple of those are like one-shot mechanics. The one where immediately after we defeat the guards that hold her barrier, that's a one-shot mechanic, and then when she goes off into her platform, that's also a one-shot mechanic. And then when she's in the middle of the arena, that doesn't one-shot you, but it can knock you off the platform and kill you then, so there's that. So maybe I did contribute. We didn't die, so yay us. We're all in this together. But we know who we are. We're all stars. Yeah, we sing it. All in Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Veera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. For everything. Nago. We did it. Oh, Pippin's there, and Conrad. What are you all doing here? Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarupin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Wah, 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 wah. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Dion. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Maybe I've forgotten somewhere along the lines, and maybe I should get sidetracked, but whatever, we're already in the dialogue anyway. What does the Empire have ways of getting rid of primals? Why do primals not seem to affect the Garleans? Like, we never hear... I mean, technically this is a primal on Garlean land, kind of like within the Empire, right? Outside of Alamigo. Or inside Alamigo on the fringes. How would they have handled this? Why can't we just, like, I don't know, let a primal do its thing. Like, I don't, how... I understand that primals aren't good for Eorzea in general. I understand that, like, in the end, you know, the primals, we should get rid of them before they do permanent damage to the world and all. But do the Garleans have enough power to also subdue a primal? My thought originally is yes, because otherwise they wouldn't... I don't know, like, if they're not even powerful enough to do that, are they really a threat to us? And they are a threat to us, so I imagine that they can also dispatch a primal. And I guess when it came to when it came to Ilberd, when he was summoning Ryushi, right? Ryushi, right? Something like that. When he was summoning the primal that fought with Ultima weapon, was it? Or it was Omega, wasn't it? Omega, you know, that was Ilberd's plan, right? Was to use the primal against the Empire. I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more about this as we go on, but I feel like, why are the primals sometimes framed as only an Eorzean threat rather than a Empire threat, a Garlean threat? Or rather, not an Eorzean threat, but a threat to Eorzea rather than also as a threat to the Garlean Empire. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kaliana's supply of crystal... Oh, we read that already, sorry. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. The reason I had that question is because this was within the Empire, so why couldn't we have just let the Primal go? I don't know, like... Was this an immediate threat to us? It didn't really seem like it was. I guess we were just aiding our allies kind of thing, but... thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then, what news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the Skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally. He was also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. You may not be as strong or as quick as him, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Or we may not be. You've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Nago. You've been away from your family for too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Meanwhile, oh no. Oh. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of Veladina. Great. Get to have dinner. I want to go have dinner. It's almost 6:30. Are these societies learning to summon primals? Why are some more harmful than others? Why are primals bad for Eorzea? I kind of know the other one, right? Or the last one. Why are primals bad for Eorzea? Isn't it just because they absorb so much ether? Like, there's only so much ether in the world, right? And if the primals are absorbing it all, then the world itself kind of can't exist in a meaningful way. I think that's kind of the premise of why the primals are bad. But the other questions, I don't know. I assume it's one of those things where it's just like ritualistic stuff. You said, yeah, that is the party line. Are you saying there's more to it than that? All questions may be answered. And the second question, I guess, isn't really a question for me because it... I mean, in every Partheon, there's like levels to it, right? Like... All questions may and should and must be answered. Every question. Or Pantheon, not Partheon. Pantheon. And all Pantheons, you know, there's like tiers of gods. So that one is just like, okay, well, you know, some gods are just not as strong as others. On top of that, it also seems like the primals gain a lot of their power from their worshippers, right? The amount of crystals that are offered to them. the amount of people who are offering their internal ether to a primal. So that makes sense to me. I think we did discuss it though, like why Bahamut is considered like an elder primal. Like why do some... What distinguishes an elder primal from something like just from a regular primal? I did have that question when we were doing coils. So, yeah. I mean, lots of stuff to learn about the primals still. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for our many valiant deeds. Oh, I didn't need to press the Y button at all. I'm controlling this. I thought there'd be more voice acting, but... those turkeys looked mighty unappetizing. But anyway, thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. Yeah, get in there and eat, Lise. Those look like one step away from Minecraft chickens. I know very well that it's several steps, but didn't quite get there. Thinking those turkeys looked mighty and appetizing was Alphino's dialogue. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, how Yida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course father and Yida had to fight. I would have too if I had been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts. They treat us like them. They push and they push and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god. False god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hunt the weak, hurt the weak? When people fight and die and nothing gets better and it just goes on and on and on? There is no justice, just us. You'd have to ask them... ... This sounds way too cliche, but good. You'd have to ask them is like a... I'm going to say the first one, even though I don't know if that's what I'd say, but... I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was rambling, but I feel better somehow. After it's because of my pun, is what it is. That's why you feel better. I know it's hard to attribute feeling better to a pun, but wordplay always gets me going. You know what the answers are, or oh, I'm sorry, who knows what the answers are, or even if there are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. I feel much, much worse. Yeah. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Dion. You know what I just realized? And I don't even know if I want one, but there hasn't been any like Warrior of Light love interest, you know? There's so many people in this world, and I don't think there's been any like tension between the Warrior of Light and anyone, even if there's not like a relationship, which I think is obviously not going to happen because that's just not how these games play out. But like a lot of RPGs have some kind of romantic interest, and this game hasn't had any. Not at all. The carnage is apparently his one true love. Yeah, just murder. The mistress of death. All right, there is something to be said for a home-cooked meal. Is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Complete. And I don't need the earrings, so... Yay! And now... we can... this fucking pumpkin, sorry, language. This pumpkin, man. It always shows up at the worst times. It's like we're gonna ride into battle with Doma. Pumpkin. This must be a Halloween setting, yeah. Look at it waddle, 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 waddle. And then flaps its little wings. Good God. We're actually flying really fast. Jesus. Okay, cool. You have... There's no way you have an ether current for us because we just did it. Decline. A new contender. No, thank you. Alrighty, well, that is a great place to call it for today. Just the best place. We finished up this quest line. So we are done with the 67 quests. We're moving on to the 68 quests. There are 20 of them in the final 4.0 quest line, which is exciting. So we finished how many quests today? Like 18, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I think. 18 quests were finished today. And it did take us a while, but not too bad. And so we have 20 quests left in the next one. There are about the same number of everything. There's another dungeon that we have to finish at about halfway through, and then it ends with another trial. And then plus obviously we'll have all of the like cutscenes at the end and things like that. But Heavensward cutscenes weren't as long, like nearly as long as the A Realm Reborn cutscenes, so I don't know where this stacks up, but I don't think there'll be 40 minutes of cutscenes like A Realm Reborn was. I imagine they probably mix that up into the 4.x content. So anyway, yeah, so we were ready to, fingers crossed, we can finish up Stormblood on Friday and then move on to the 4.x content, put a few weeks into that. And then, well, I don't know. The X content has been quite a bit longer than I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, there's 0.5 and 0.56 again, just like there was 0.3 and 3.5 and 3.56. There's 4.5 and 5.6. Seems like that's what they're doing with most of them going forward. Actually, no, they stopped calling it 0.56 and they start calling it 0.55 in the next patch. So that's interesting, but regardless, we'll get there. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Well, that's definitely going to be it for me today. I'm going to look up and see what I can figure out why I'm disconnecting so much. Maybe I can regenerate my stream key or generate a new stream key and go that route. It shouldn't affect anything on your end, just whatever I'm doing. It really shouldn't affect much of me. I don't know why I'm having issues. I wasn't having this before, but I know it's annoying for you all. It's definitely annoying for me. So hopefully we can fix it. But yeah, so no stream tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday, finish up Stormblood 4.0 content. Later stream on Saturday. I have dentist at 12:30, so we'll be back probably around the 3 p.m. range and start some Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then probably get through the opening cinematic in 3 hours. So we'll start playing for real on Sunday. But yeah, as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here as much as can be. It was good seeing everybody today. Andy, thanks for the help as always. I appreciate you unsyncing that last trial for me. 20 minutes is just a long time to wait. So we'll be back on Friday, and I hope to see you all then. Bye, everybody.
We've all got our own ways, our own methods, the things that keep us going. You don't have to pretend, baby. I know it gets hard. Looking around, you start to think, maybe this isn't what I wanted. But you have to keep going, keep moving on, and don't you ever look back.
2014 was more than a dream. Thoughts of dope were coming back like there was more for the fiend. Skyscraper lightsabers, there was bright than a beam. I'll repeat the feeling when the time is right when it seems. I crop it right to the cream. Photo finish supreme. Immaculate the rapping sense, and I'll say that with a gleam. Halo around my head, I hang 'em high with esteem. And if you hating on yourself, you ain't a part of the team, you dig? Yo, boy, you should know, boy. Danny Mankind, what the flow, boy? About that damn time, it's so, boy. So press play, now it's time to get that dope, boy. Catch me outside another weekend. Going on D&D, now I'm all up in the DM. Travel back in time, quick trip down in the end. Remember why we started with Exit in the end. Too many times they had to tell him this you should know. Type of patience that'll make you question if he is slow. Earning reps by the day, getting past in a shoal. Arrival at destination wasn't part of the goal, so he panicked like the first time driving parking lot. Visualize the time where he's on a super yacht, slaved away so to say he owns the masters of his drops. Now it's Daniel. That be how he trains a thought. Had to stand on a square, so he went back to his roots. Professor called upon the dean when he was lacking salute. Cause it's the intel the incels couldn't compute. Short circuit stuck in the loop. They lie again and again and again. Then again they be acting like hoes. It's killing me how they willingly be acting like bros. They never think to drip flip the cons like the pros till they turn into foes. But that's just how that goes. Because they lack foresight, the vision is near and crystal clear. It's the same thing year after year. With their backs turned, suddenly a stranger appears.
Wait, you look kind of familiar.
I will be fulfilling my destiny. This deal I close. But God is giving me steel in order to heal, I suppose. Go ham fucking stage, time to grow, maintain water low, hydro flow, no such thing as plateau. We just blow like it's dope, boy. You should know, boy.
Danny man?
Kind with the flow, boy. Too odd like a baby, even flow, boy. Let's stop playing, dog. Go and fetch your own toy. Catch me outside another weekend. Going on D&D, now I'm all up in the DM. Travel back in time, quick trip down in the end. Remember why you started